Confidence is not a mindset. It's actually a physical location in your body. And this is coming from someone who was sent to a speech pathologist because of my stuttering when I was a kid. Confidence arises naturally from embodied presence. Your energy and awareness is either in your body or it's somewhere else, watching and managing the footage of your physical avatar. So I want to talk about this today. I notice an overall sense of people being less embodied, and then this wave of downstream effects where people, especially men, are expressing less confidence in their ability to talk to women, go up to women, or just interact in general. And this video is for everyone, but I feel especially some of the guys will get a lot of value out of this. Having me, someone who is a healthy, successful, confident woman, explaining some of the things that I find really attractive and really magnetic when I'm interacting with a guy. Most guys aren't actually nervous when they're talking to women. They're just absent energetically from what's happening in the moment. Feeling nerves in a situation is just a signal from your body that you've routed too much energy into thinking and have vacated the physical moment that you're actually standing in. So it makes sense that your sense of confidence would drop because your awareness has left your body. And when that happens, women, and everyone else for that matter, can sense that you're energetically absent from the interaction. So then their sense of confidence drops in you and you pick that up and then you feel less confident. So I want you to think about a time when you were super fully present in your body. Maybe you were at a concert or a time when you had like a really great conversation with someone. So what was likely happening was that you were fully present in your body and absolutely oriented to the environment you were in that moment. You weren't looking down on yourself, wondering how you looked or how you were sounding or observing yourself from above. You were actually in the moment and present with everything in that environment. And when you're in that state, it's really difficult to become rattled or self-conscious. Getting thrown off or rattled in a situation requires you being at least partially outside of yourself already. Because if you think about it, if you're 100% present and engaged from an embodied position, there is nothing that could throw you off because we have animal instincts and supercomputer minds. We're designed to respond to threats and react immediately when the moment calls for it. Being present in a moment means having awareness of the energy that's expressing through your body. This does not mean trying to control yourself, trying to control your energy. It just means mastering containment and then responding in the moment to other factors as they present themselves. It's actually the most magnetic and attractive state you can be in for the other people you're with because they can feel the full gravity, the full weight of who you are, what you're saying, what you're expressing. They feel safe. They can feel your energy completely. They are aware of your energy and it makes them feel safe. So then they open up and they become more present. It's almost like a black hole, right? In the energy of a black hole, you get sucked into it because it's just so dense. It's so there. It's so heavy and all consuming. And so the more that you're present in a situation, like right now, as I'm talking to you, I noticed for a moment that my energy was going up into my head and I was thinking about the words that I was going to say. Now I'm actually just here focused with you. And I am consciously continuing to bring my breath, my energy, my thoughts, my ideas. I know it sounds abstract, but I'm actually bringing those things into my body. I take a breath. I can feel right now that these ideas, this energy is right here. So this right here is where my heart is, where the top of my lungs are. I can also feel a grounding. I'm creating an intentional grounding in my lower stomach and my hips. And I'm really feeling myself sitting in this chair. And I'm doing that so that I don't disassociate from the moment, from interacting with you, and then start bouncing around the room trying to think of ideas. Now, I don't always get this right. And in fact, a lot of people who know me in real life will notice that when I'm really present and in a moment, one of the things that's really fun for me is allowing my mind to kind of go off on a tangent and follow a really dense meta level concept. And that's fun for me. That's like a fun thing I do. But if I'm really wanting to connect in a moment with someone, I have to step away from that natural inclination. I have to consciously choose not to do that if I actually want to be in a moment and connecting with someone back and forth in a way where they can feel my presence fully. There are times when certain friends enjoy that side of me, And I can do that. I can go off on a tangent, come back into my body and be in the moment with them. But for most interactions, when you're fully present and orienting to your environment, it's going to put you in a better position. I want to go back before I went off on that tangent. I want to go back and talk about not being able to be rattled or getting to a place where you don't end up in conversations where you start to feel self-conscious. Once you have learned how to stay in your body and stay within your container and frame, you will actually have it reflected to you from other people in your environment. They're going to respond in a way that you can tell they're attracted to you and that they see you as a confident person. Why that's happening is because other people are starting to feel more grounded and calm around you. When they're in your presence, like that black hole energy, they're sort of pulled in and they're able to focus in the moment. If you've ever sat across from someone who's really present, really authentically grounded, not performing it, someone where you can feel their energy is flowing and moving, they're responsive in the moment, they're not on a script pretending to be calm and confident and grounded, but they actually are in a calm state of being grounded, you can feel that. And it feels so good. And you may in that moment have noticed, like, wow, I really like being around this person. And that is something that you can learn how to do. And not because you're just hoping to become the coolest person in the room, but because it actually feels better and it actually affords you more opportunities in your life. The best chances you ever have to spot an opportunity in a conversation is by being fully present in your body, because you cannot respond to what you can't perceive. So when you've abandoned your body and you're in a state of self-consciousness, you make yourself blind at the exact moment when the environment is giving you the most information you'll ever have. Embodied presence allows you to evolve in every moment towards opportunities you typically would never register. I want to also bring up the point that it's easy to tell when someone is charading confidence. When you charade confidence, most people, like 99% of people, can feel it instinctively. It's like when you see someone parading through a room with that look, and you know exactly the look I'm talking about. Their micro expressions always give it away. And so does the energy that their body is exuding. You can feel that they're not totally in their body. And it's almost like there's an armor around them, like a puppet that's being remotely managed and giving off these looks or movements. Feels very unnatural. And it's the same as when you're watching a man perform certainty. You can actually feel yourself getting less calm and more antsy when you're around him. Self-monitoring overrides the channel that's required for maintaining true presence. Because if you're tracking how you're coming across, that channel in your body and mind is actually maxed out, and you forego the ability to take in the moment, which makes you less effective, less magnetic, and less likely to connect meaningful with the person you're interacting with. People do this all the time, and that is actually pretty detrimental to them, because the most logical, natural, and honestly comfortable way to be in an environment is to be in a position where you are able to respond and evolve as each moment is progressing. Because in every moment, in all social interactions, there are both opportunities and would-be threats to your preferred energetic state. I'm going to say that again, your preferred energetic state. So if you're in a moment with someone and you don't like the vibe they're bringing, that is a would-be threat to your preferred energetic state. And if you are aware and present in your body, you can sidestep that interaction and remove yourself from the situation. On the other hand, if someone enters the environment, maybe you see someone and they're attractive or interesting to you and you want to strike up a conversation with them. If you are fully present in your body, you're able to read the situation, read their status, their energy, and move towards them in a way that's going to be conducive to them responding to you in a positive way. That's an opportunity. And because you're aware you're not performing, you're able to note, is this the right time to approach them? Is it not? And provide you with an entirely new ability to navigate through your life in a really successful way. The most confident men I've ever encountered are consistently in their bodies. They make eye contact, they listen, and they're energetically dynamic. What do I mean by that? I mean that they can switch between energetic states pretty quickly. So like from serious to playful in 1 second. Why is that important? I do want to make a distinction. There are people out there who can perform this. They can be funny and sad and serious all in the span of a short period of time. But with that interaction, you'll notice a performative state, almost like a comedian on stage. For the example I'm giving, I'm talking about someone who is so aware of the moment, that they're holding energy and emotions in a lighter way. They're not gripping to each thing and allowing their mind to go off on a tangent with that. You can actually be in a disagreement, in an argument with someone. And if both people are truly present and grounded, there are natural moments in that interaction where you can alleviate some of the heaviness with a lighter energy and do it in a way that is not distracting to the original content of what you're trying to work through. But for today, I just want to bring it back to the concept that confidence equals embodied presence and personal integrity. If there's anything you take away from this, I want you to just know that confidence is something you can build relatively quickly, not through more books, not through more therapy, but through mastering the quality of your physical presence. If you want to learn more about this, I put together a short guide. It's called Human in the Machine Age, and it comes with guided visualizations that I recorded to help you get more into your body, more aware of your body, so that you can practice being more embodied in all of your day-to-day interactions. Okay, take care, and I'll see you on the next episode of The Mirror. And if it's your first time watching, my name is Aubrey Nicole. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe. I appreciate all the support, and I'll see you next time on The Mirror.